we are in Oslo to film some videos to prepare athletes for rough weather conditions. I'm here together with my great triathlon hero, the Mr. Arild Tveiten, head coach and the sports director. Arild, congratulations with fantastic results on Hawaii.
Thank you. It was not me, it was the boys who did a fantastic race. Gustav with the win and Kristian with the third place. I know he's a little bit disappointed, but overall it's really fantastic, yes.
Kristian has a crazy hard season. He's had so many very long, hard, rough competitions, and he did this a kind of a tapering that the world has never seen before, as I understand it. Yeah. Was it successful?
He would probably say that the last race was not so successful, but his last year has been fantastic. He's won almost everything he wanted to achieve, also the Sub-7 project, and everything went really according to the plan. And I also know that everyone said that we are training too much, too hard, whatever, but that's the part of the Norwegian way, how we train and how we prepare for races. Because you want to, like say the Hawaii, if you want to be the best at Hawaii, you also need to do race-specific session in Hawaii at the temperature and what you will get on race day. So you actually need to train for that. And to do that in a really, really good way, you also first need to be acclimatized and be ready to do the session. And then you're actually quite close to the race. But when you are done it, then you relax and do the last tapering bit, and then you are stronger than ever on race day. I think that the way we have been training the last 10, 12 years, that we are most robust and well-trained than any other athletes out there. So not many can do that and be successful at the race.
Okay, but watching the competition, I still got the thought that Gustav managed it very well. Kristian had such a hard season that crazy hard training until the competition for Kristian Blumenfeld, it was too much?
The training that did was more or less the same. But of course, the racing Kristian has done is harder than Gustav. But I think on the race day is very small detail. It's more about who has the best day in his life, and it's solely the difference between having a perfect day or almost a perfect day. But of course you can say maybe that is because that Kristian has been racing too much, too long, or it could be that his day was just not 100%. It was 99.9 and Gustav had 100% day. Still Kristian had the second fastest run split of the day. He was running 2:39, and it's very difficult to say that you don't have a good day when you do that. He didn't have the best day because one was better, but it was still a good race and good result.
Oh, they were marvelous, and it was the best TV sport I've ever seen. So
it was
fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And I have to say that because I've been in sport for many years, and one of the things that got me really involved in this sport was the Iron War, the duel between Dave Scott and Mark Allen in 1989. Yeah. And if I haven't been watching that race at that time, it could be that I never started doing triathlon or never started coaching athletes. So thinking back to what I saw then, and I was thinking about that race they did, and I think, wow, but no, both of the athletes are Norwegian, and they are athletes that I've been working really closely with in so many years. It was really a surrealistic feeling, and it was great to watch.
I believe that you will get the athletes back from the long distance regime.
Yeah.
In only a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, they have been focusing on the long distance the whole year, but they also been taking a short trip to Bergen and do a World Cup sprint distance. There actually Kristian was second, so we still have the speed. In Bermuda, we will all be back together on the WTS circus, racing for Olympic points and the Olympic qualification, and we are really looking forward to that.
Yeah, because you get your athletes back now after quite a long period of time where they've been within the long distance regime. Now they are getting ready for Paris Olympics in 24.
Yes, that's the plan, and they will do that. But of course, it seems that we haven't seen each other in the last year, but we have been doing most of our training camp together and at the same place. We haven't have different kind of training, but we have seen both athletes a lot the last year. So it's a little bit strange to go to shortcut racing without Kristian, because we have been traveling together in many years. But it's still not so big difference. But we are of course looking forward to have both of them on the start line at the rest of the season and the races for next season, of course.
There are some cool people that are cracking jokes all the time. What are they like when the camera is not on?
they are the same, even maybe more, even funnier without any camera. No, but that's a part of the team. It's not just them. We're having fun together, making a lot of laughing, making jokes of each other in a good way, and I think that is some of the. Wrong to say the secret, but we as a team are really close together. We are training together, spending free time together, and we know each other really well. So we know where we have each other, so we can make jokes about it, and we're always having a really good time. And when other athletes from different countries come and see us on training camp, they're like, "Wow, this is crazy!" Because we are always there, enjoying the training, smile on our face, even if you do the longest, hardest training ever. And you can see that these guys, Kristian and Gustav and the rest of the team, they really love what they do every day. And that is a really big part of the Norwegian success and the way we work.
Arild, tell us what kind of change in training regime have you planned for them now that they are going short again for 1.5 years?
I'm not the one who is going into specific details about what should do, but the challenge with going back from long to short is that it's much different to change. No one had ever done it with success before. So we need to dig more into the data, and we need to, of course, change the training, but they need to be faster than before if they want to have a medal in the Olympics. So, and that is something I'm working, especially their coach, now Olav, Alexander is working really close with them too. And I know that they will be ready and faster than ever when they come to Paris.
Arild, let's go back to Norseman.
Yes.
We had 3 Norwegians at the podium this year, with Breivoll winning at a fantastic, I would believe, world-class performance. And I would believe that to find someone other beating him would take a top 10 performance at Hawaii. What is your considerations? How good do you need to be to actually beat Breivoll at his home ground at Norseman?
You need to be at Kristian and Gustav's caliber. To be honest, what Breivoll did was really great result. His ability in a course like Norseman with all elevation and climbing, and especially the run, is incredible. I have to say I was really impressed by his performance this year. I was not able to see it this year, but I followed him last year, and that was also impressive. But it was even more impressive this year.
I would like to see a non-Norwegian winning Norseman. But you tell me that it probably isn't going to happen, because you would need one of the absolutely best to beat Breivoll because of the conditions and the specifics about Norseman. Is that so?
Yeah, that's so. I cannot think about any international athletes, including the top 10 in Hawaii, who can actually beat Breivoll at that course.
Okay, Arild, you used to be my Norwegian triathlon hero, and when you actually entered the Norseman circus in some way 20 years ago, I was very proud of it. You even were involved before the first year. Yeah. You remember? Yes,
I remember, and it's actually it's quite funny because you came to me and said you have this brilliant idea, and you show me, and I know we do some media together about the new race. But in my back I was thinking, that guy is crazy. Who want to do that kind of race? But then you matured in your head and said, wow, this is a good race. And I did it in 2005. And then I forgot it a little while. But then when you're getting older, when you see how big influence the Norseman had on the Norwegian triathlon community, and also for me personally, I see that is really an important race. And it is one of the races that you just want to do, because then you have Norwegian nature and you have the brutal conditions you can have. Sometimes it's good condition, but most of the time it's quite brutal. Cold water, a lot of cold weather, and if you don't have cold weather, you sure have the cold wind, or of course all the elevation. I think it's the most important race in Norwegian triathlon. We haven't been where we are without that race. I've just been able to finish it one time. And that was the year where the weather was so bad we were not allowed to go to the mountaintop. So one of the few with a black T-shirt with not being able to finish at the mountaintop, Gustavtoppen. And that really hurt in my whole body that I've not been able to be at the mountaintop finish. And today, that is one of my biggest dreams, to be able in one way or another to finish that. And I'm thinking about it every day. I'm not sure I have the fitness or health to do it, but I'm still thinking about it and I want to do it. And if I cannot do it, I want to be a part of it and see the race and enjoy the atmosphere and everything, because I just love this race.
Arild, you still look good.
Thank you, but I'm over the top.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
I couldn't have asked some more.
Well, it's a long answer, but I hope you get what you want.
Thank you.
You're welcome.